Yeah. I don't know if anybody caught wind of it, but just saw on the media sources, the Caucasoid media sources, that Supreme Court upheld the Muslim travel ban that Trump made last year. That Trump made last year. Now, my take on it for now is that this is a direct targeting of black and brown people globally. This is how this global system of white supremacy is supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? See, it's not white Muslims they have a problem with. It's black Muslims they have a problem with. It's black and brown Muslims they have a problem with. That's why those countries were specifically targeted. You know what I'm saying? And you not gonna hear anybody from these Caucasoid media sources, these Caucasoid media analysts, say that. You know what I'm saying? But man, they'll sure cape for all these immigrants who cape for white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's obvious. I see the Congressional Coon Caucus hasn't said anything yet about the Supreme Court ruling. That's the Supreme Court ruling banning Muslims from coming into this country, banning Muslims from black and brown countries from coming here. How the hell Trump is going to get people from European countries to come here if they don't want to come here when their economic system, when their social system is far better than ours? In Europe, they get free health care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they have to pay a price for it. I'm sure they have to pay a huge tax for it, but they don't mind doing that. Americans, we don't want to pay no taxes. See, especially these Caucasoids, they don't want to pay no taxes. They're like, fuck this shit. I ain't paying for this shit. You know what I mean? Hey, peace and love to whoever just walked in. Yeah. So I'm like, this is ridiculous. You know? Yeah. I don't know if y'all have caught wind, but the support ruled in favor of Trump to uphold the Muslim travel ban, which is an attack on us worldwide. You know what I'm saying? And Donald Trump tweeted saying at the end of his message, wow, he's actually surprised that the Supreme Court ruled in his favor. Yep. Yeah. Because they're really trying to do an ethnic cleansing right now, Queen. I know. Starting with these immigrants who cape for white supremacy. Yep. Next, now it's the Muslims from black and brown countries. Man, I mean, yeah, who is next? Yep, talking about cleaning house, right? Man, well, who we gonna get rid of next? The false Jews? Oh, that's a fat chance that will happen. That won't happen. Yep. Oh, John Kasich. Oh, what a shock. Basically, Queen, I know. Basically, I guess Mr. Kasich is quartering to what the congressional black Caucasoids have been saying. Because it seemed like the congressional black caucusoids are trying to sell out for the Mexican vote. The Mexican vote that capes for white supremacy. Man. Yep. Mm. Yeah. So this. Yep. So in order to make America great again, we gotta make America white again. Mm. But yeah, but the thing is, they got to steal a lot of our inventions. They got to take a lot of our ideas. That's the only reason why we're here, so they could use our slave labor or our indentured servitude labor. That's the only thing they need us for. But the thing is, their numbers are going down anyway. So they're only hurting themselves. Yep, Trump the dictator ain't playing. That's right, Queen. I know. Yep. Yep, sure is. Yep. So, yeah. So, yeah. That's true, John. That's true. Very true. Oh, yeah. Yep. I've friend of mine already has told me that she wouldn't be surprised if Trump wins, if Trump gets reelected, you know. And it's because the Democrats don't have a candidate that black people can get behind. They already got FEMA camps in the works, which explains why so many Walmarts are closing down. They ain't closing down for they ain't closing down because of plumbing issues. That's the cover up. You know. Hey, August Dreams, doing pretty good. How are you doing? Yeah. Oh shoot, yeah. Them two are not very good Democrats, John. Not at all. Shoot, they're corporately owned Democrats. You could pretty much say they're corporately owned Democrats, especially those two, Cory Booker and Kamala Harris. So I don't think black people or anybody should get behind them. Nah, not them two. Especially not Kamala Harris. I think Kamala Harris has done more damage to black and brown people than Cory Booker or probably any other Democrat they propping up running. So yeah, exactly, Queen. I know exactly. Pretty much all of them are corporatist puppets. Because I feel like this: if any candidate is not about black first, then we shouldn't put our money nor our votes for them. You know what I'm saying? A toothless house cat. Cory Booker. Yeah, he's cooling it up, ain't he? Congressional Black Coon, the Congressional Black Coon Caucus, Congressional Black Caucasoids, Congressional Coon Caucus. Oh my goodness. These elected officials are pathetic. Yep, pretty much August Dreams, pretty much. Obama 2.0. Yep, that's pretty much what she is. Just in the female version. Yep. That's all they doing is cooning and buffooning. While these coons are cooning and buffooning, we got black and brown Muslims being being prevented from coming into this country. We got these white Mexicans and white Hispanics and Latinos uh, uh, are being prevented from coming into this country, much less staying in this country, even if they're legal. If they son or daughter of a illegal immigrant, they could be kicked out of this country. You know, so yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, thing is, they ain't gonna really kick us out because they need our labor. They need our ideas. And the thing is those of us who are not giving them any ideas, giving these caucasoids any ideas, we're the problem. We're gonna be ostracized by all of these coons and coonettes, bootlickers and gatekeepers. We got enough. Actually, matter of fact, where I see it, we got enough coons, coonettes, bootlickers, and gatekeepers in order to keep things running for these boys, in order to keep their system going. Yeah, that's enough. It's probably more than enough. Oh wow. Hmm. Makes you wonder who Louis Farrakhan is really for. Always knew him to be an agent. I always knew him to be an agent. I'm not surprised by that. Hold on for a second. Not surprised by that at all. Oh yes, the political kickbacks. Yep, most definitely. Most definitely. So that's pretty much what's going on. Corporate banks pay off the political kickbacks in this country. The big campaign donators and influence. Yep, exactly. See, and the fact is that Trump don't have these businesses is in these Muslim countries as well. So it's a good business move for him as well. Now, but when it comes to Korea, that's a different story. He's talking. Yep. And the thing is, I have to say this is this, cheaters, hypocrites. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I got cut off and I came right back on in. So I don't know if it's signal on my end or what's going on. But I agree with you, Queen. I know. Yeah, they're not to be trusted. They're not to be trusted. Now I don't care what their skin color is. They cannot be trusted. You just have to take all of them with a grain of salt. You know, it's like they'll do something good for the time being. They might do some good things here and there, but other than that, they're not really good for anything. Yeah, definitely need some term limits. They're not gonna vote for term limits because they don't want to vote. They don't want to limit themselves from spending time in political office. They not go hurt themselves. They see that as hurting themselves. That's why they don't want to do term limits. You know, very few politicians would get out after one or two terms. Very few of them. I mean, Jim Webb is an exception. You know what I'm saying? People say that, oh, he just stays up here for a temporary amount of time. Then that may be a reason why he does that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just like when he was the senator, he only stayed in there for that one term, and he decided he's not go run again. He said, "I'ma just let somebody else take over." That's how Senator Jim Webb did it. He's one of the few people that actually did that. You know what I'm saying? And he came in during the time when the Iraq War was happening, when more and more people were starting to oppose the Iraq War. He was able to win the elections. You know. Oh, Charlie Rankel is a great example. Yes, Charlie Rankel is an absolute great example. He gets a lot of special interest groups backing him. Oh man, they pour money at his feet. You know what I'm saying? This man probably got $1 million mansion somewhere. He probably might have some accounts out in the Cayman Islands somewhere. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Yep, same for Maxine Waters, another one who's been in there forever. She hasn't done anything for her people. You know what I'm saying? You could say the same thing for Charlie Rangle. These bootlickers have not done anything for us. But the problem is a lot of our people who are 50 and up voted these people into political office. And that's the problem. See, they vote for the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? They vote just because they have the same skin color as them, or they got a D in their name. You know what I'm saying? Nah. But the thing is, when they get in there, they're not gonna do a damn thing for us. That's the thing. That's the thing. So yeah. So these people who vote, who are 50 and up, they can easily be swayed and manipulated to vote with the Democrats or to oppose this immigrants being separate from their families thing. And so on and so forth. Exactly. That's why voting in local elections are important. But the thing is, they have to be black first before they get any of our votes. They have to be black first. If these Caucasoids are allowed to be one issue voters, then why can't we? You know what I mean? Why can't we? So yeah. So with this Muslim travel ban, yeah, I mean, I'm heavily opposed to that because first of all, these people are not terrorists. You know what I'm saying? They're not the terrorists. These Caucasoids who are living here in this country, they're the terrorists. They terrorize our people in this country every single day. They harass our people every single day. You know what I mean? Hey, how you doing, Queen Astarte? Nice to see you in here, Queen. Yeah. Good seeing you in here. Yeah, I was just talking about the Supreme Court voting ruled to uphold the Muslim travel ban. And how it's designed to keep and how it's in support in keeping this white supremacist system afloat. Yeah, I see it's your first time. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Good to see you in here though. Yeah. Oh yeah. Queen Astarte. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, basically the president and the Supreme Court, they're trying to clean house. You know what I'm saying? Starting with these Mexican immigrants. And now we're banning Muslim immigrants from black and brown countries to come here. So that ruling has been upheld. But the thing is, Congress could still pass a law to allow these people to come into this country. You know what I'm saying? Congress could still pass a law, but I heavily doubt if Congress is going to come together and do that, though. I mean, you can't even you probably but they probably will come together when it comes to these Mexican immigrants though. They might come together on that. But other than that, I really don't expect a lot from them. And the problem is that a lot of our people who are 50 and up, who are 50 and up, you know what I'm saying? They're the reason why people like Charlie Rangel and Maxine Waters have been in political office for so long. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, drop Robert Byrd. Hell yeah. From West Virginia. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh man. Mm. Oh, that's a whole bunch of others you could put in that list too. That's quite several other Caucasoid politicians you could put in that list too. Some of them are not even in office now, but yeah, you could definitely put in that list too. Like Dangle, that Nelson Rockefeller fella. I think he's from West Virginia too, if I'm not mistaken. He's related to the Rockefellers. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, so that's why it's better to vote locally if you do decide to vote. You know, I support people who are about black first, such as addressing this prison, school to prison pipeline thing. You know, addressing issues that we're concerned about that will affect us heavily. You know, exactly, 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 Queen. I know. Yep, a lot of them are from the South. Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is, though. But yeah, CNN people, they're not they didn't seem too happy about that Supreme Court ruling. Exactly, Queen. I know. Yep, exactly, Queen Asarte. Exactly. If our people could get in that mindset, then things things could start changing. Things will start changing immediately, especially if we have local candidates who are black first. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But the people have to change their mindsets. You know, especially our people. You know, our people have to stop voting in these presidential elections and vote and start voting more locally. That's right. Yep. If our people could start doing that, oh, what a huge difference it would make. Huge difference it would make. I don't know if John Kasich is still here, but we can't trust Farrakhan either. You know, I haven't trusted him for the last few years or so because of the fact that he's an agent. You know. Yep. Hold your vote and hold your own nuts. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, how you doing, Sean Lowe? Good seeing you in here. Good morning to you. Yeah. Yep. Oh, you talk about Farrakhan Queen I know? Oh. Yeah. Oh, you talk about Farrakhan Queen I know? Oh, you talk about oh, okay. Yeah. In some ways, in some cases he's good. He does speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I still have to take him with a grain of salt too, you know. Oh yeah. Not definitely, like you said, Queen Asante. I definitely think the younger ones who are coming up after me, after us, Generation X's, they are going to determine a lot of things. They are going to change a lot of things, most definitely. You know, they're definitely going to change a lot of things. They're definitely going to change a lot of things. They're not. Oh yeah. Now it was now the far as the travel the far as the Muslim travel ban is concerned, they only hit in certain countries. These countries Trump doesn't have any businesses in. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. And they're the ones who really gonna be I believe they're the ones who's gonna end up shutting this global system of white supremacy down. You know what I'm saying? The millennials coming up and the generation Y's and generation Z's. They're the ones who are gonna be who are gonna be the ones who gonna really shut this whole system down. Because the thing is, the white population is dying out as we know it. You know what I'm saying? And it has been dying out since the 1980s. The 1970s is when a lot of our manufacturing jobs were shipped overseas. So that caused the white male unemployment rate to go up. But it also caused the black male unemployment rate to go up as well, in which a lot of our brothers started buying and selling drugs. Started selling drugs in order to provide for their families. That was and doing other odd jobs in order to maintain an income, in order to hold their families together. And and unfortunately it led to a lot of them ended up being imprisoned. You know what I'm saying? Charged with a nonviolent crime. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we ended up with this new Jim Crow system we have today. You know what I'm saying? So slavery has gone from the plantation to the prison system, which was the passage of the 13th Amendment. You know, and right after the 13th Amendment, they had the convict lease system. You know what I'm saying? And then we fast forward all the way to the 1970s. You know what I'm saying? When they moved our jobs overseas. You know what I'm saying? And our brothers started selling drugs and getting caught for it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now we got some slave labor. Now these prisons, they got this slave labor, and and um and all of a sudden these companies coming up here buying up all these prisons in order to make profit or off of these off our brothers and sisters who are in prison. You know what I mean? Exactly, Queen Asarte. It never ended. It just evolved. Exactly. Exactly. So now, as far as the white male unemployment rate going down, which has taken place in the 1970s, they started using drugs too. Started with the LSDs. You know what I'm saying, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? They were never in prison. You know what I'm saying? They were given treatment. Same thing with this opioid crisis going on today. They're not being in prison. They're getting treatment. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna throw no Caucasoid in prison. Nah. But they're quick to throw us black and brown people in prison. They quick to ban any of our brothers and sisters who are Muslim for coming into this country. Exactly, Queen. I know. Yep. Yep. So see, and reason why, and the thing is how they become great at wordplay. They don't have to say the N word anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're very sophisticated in how they use their language now. You know what I mean? Which is why we must become sophisticated in how we use their language now. You know what I mean? So we have to come up with our own words and our own code words in order to counter what they're doing. You know, see these Caucasoids, they have enough gatekeepers and bootlickers in order to make it look like they're speaking for us. You know what I mean? People such as Michael Eric Dyson, people such as Byron Allen. That's why I played that. That's why I recorded that audio from a Professor Black Truth, where he was talking about Byron Allen and how he's co-opting for this global system of white supremacy. Same thing you could say for Michael Eric Dyson, a lot of our black celebrities. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are co-opting for this global system of white supremacy. A lot of them are, you know, which allows the Supreme Court to do their bidding for the global system of white supremacy, such as banning black Muslims from coming into this country. You know what I mean? But it's certain Muslims they don't want coming. It's certain countries that they put on the list that they don't want coming into this country. And most of them are made up of black and brown people who look like us. You know what I'm saying? But they want Europeans to come into this country. People from Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, places like that. But the thing is, they're not coming here because they know enough about our American system for them to say they don't want to come here. Why? If I was them, I wouldn't come here either. If I was these Europeans and I'm a Caucasoid living in Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, or what have you, I wouldn't come here either. Hell nah. Well, oh, shoot. What I get? Not only do I get free health care, I get 2 months of sick leave. You know what I'm saying? I get 2 months vacation time. You know what I mean? And I still get paid for it. Shit. Oh, that's the great life right there. That's the great life right there. Shoot, they chilling. No, only thing I have with them, they have a Muslim problem. They have a black Muslim problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they co-opt with the global system of white supremacy and with their treatment of the black Muslims. They're painting them as rapists and this and that, but most of them are not doing that. A lot of them are really poor because of the situation that is going on in their countries, because of what Caucasoids are doing in their countries, which is why a lot of them have populated to mostly European nations. But the thing is, you know, with this travel ban today, they made it official that they're not going. These same people from those countries, Muslim torn countries, are not Muslim and war torn countries are not going to be coming here. You know what I'm saying? So so that puts the more the onus on these European countries of what they're going to do with these black Muslims and so on and so forth. You know, so yeah, it's all coded. So it's all very much coded. But if you're black, if you're black in this country and want to visit Europe, Europeans wouldn't mind welcoming you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not Muslim, because you're not from these because you're not from let's say Iran, or well, let's say any of the North African type countries like a Sudan or what have you. Exactly, Queen. I know. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. And they're using them to pad up their numbers. They're using them to pad up their numbers because white American population is dwindling. Is dwindling. Oh, they're not the white population. The white American population is really not even 60%. It's more like 30 to 35%. You know what I'm saying? It's more like 30, 35%. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. You know, if that exactly, Queen Asarte. If that. Hey, how you doing, Cap? Good seeing you up in here. Good morning to you. Yeah, yeah. Just talking about this Muslim travel ban and how they want any black and brown people to come in here, especially if they're Muslim, because they're considered more of a threat than these European immigrants. You know what I mean? Team white supremacy doing this thing, and the coons, the bootlickers, and the gatekeepers, they keeping it going. Yeah, they feel like they gotta protect these immigrants from being separated from their families, especially these Mexican immigrants, the ones who cape for white supremacy. You know, which the Democrats like John Kasich said is trying to buy off the Mexican vote, who are desperately trying to get that Mexican vote. They ain't trying to get our vote. Shit, they could care less about us. You know, shit, we don't get due process, but these Mexican immigrants get more due process than we ever would. You know what I'm saying? Yep. They ain't gonna mess with the homegrown terrorists. All they gonna do is give them a slap on the wrist. That's all it is. They gonna give them a slap on the wrist. Shoot, they be lucky to see. They may not even see a cell. You know what I mean? And they gonna keep terrorizing us until they're extinct. Yep. And their numbers are dwindling down to the point where we're gonna be the ones who are gonna end up replacing them. We're gonna end up getting those high positions. But the thing is, we have to watch for the Chinese who are bringing the opioids into this country, and we got to watch these coons, bootlickers, and gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? We got to watch all of them. You know what I mean? Because they're not gonna work. They not gonna work towards our interests either. Just like China colonizing African countries now. You know what I'm saying? They're not working for the betterment of humankind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they may be doing it in the name of economic development and building massive infrastructure projects in order to create this so-called new Silk Road. But I think this is all a part of China's colonization process. You know what I'm saying? They already colonized Jamaica. Now they're going to try to colonize certain African nations. You know what I mean? And that's the name of the game. It's definitely the name of the game. Yep, but it's good to see y'all all up in here. Good to see all of y'all up in here. And yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say though. Yep. Like you said, yeah. Like you said, Cap, all that got our back. Exactly. Exactly, Queen, I know. Exactly, Queen Asarte. Exactly. Their time is about to be up too. And as far as that time's up is concerned, not only these Caucasoids, their time is up, but also for the Chinese, their time is about to be up too. Most definitely. Most definitely. So don't be surprised if you see the Chinese population start going down. You know, because this world is not theirs. And like you said, Queen Asarte, they're not organic to this planet. Anybody that is not organic to this planet, they're gonna be extinct. And that's pretty much, yes, that's right, King Wage. All the hybrids gotta go. That's right. Long juice pistols for everybody. Yup. 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 And that's the only way the Asians might be keeping their numbers up too. By sleeping with our queens out there. By having sex with our African kings out there. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Yeah. Like these hybrids, they ain't gonna survive either. Unless they got enough melanin in them. Other than that, they ain't gonna survive either. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And then that's pretty much all I want to see on this video. Hold on, let me see something here. Hold on, something here. Yeah, I'm see if I could play this see what this Caucasoid media, what else. Oh, you know what? See what these Caucasoid media is saying. Yeah, they are. Actually, they are, Queen Adal. They are reproducing. Yep. Gee, I'm looking for something right now. I must. Oh, maybe I did drop it off upstairs. Maybe I did. Oh yeah, that's all they do. Tell more lies. That's all they do. This is all they specialize in. So definitely check out the see, they don't talk about it on CNN and MSNBC, but definitely pay attention to China colonizing Africa, colonizing African nations, coming up in African nations as a so-called act of goodwill, or what they call it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check that out. Definitely check that out. Jeff, definitely check that out. Hey, what's going on, Rockwaller? Hey, what y'all think about this the Supreme Court ruling upholding Trump's Muslim travel ban? What y'all think about that? Like I was telling the family earlier, it's all part of the global system of white supremacy plan to keep black and brown people from coming into this country. You know what I'm saying? You know? Exactly, Cap. Yep. See, the thing you got to understand with China too is that they finally found out what these Caucasoids' weaknesses are, and their weakness is staying hooked on drugs. The Chinese are drugging the Caucasoids, and I think it was payback for what these Caucasoids did to the Chinese back in the 1700s and 1800s, which is how the Opium Wars took place back in the mid 1800s. Start with the British Caucasoids. Yeah, yeah. So what we're doing here, we're countering what this global system of white supremacy is doing. You know what I'm saying? In which we are utilizing our own art of war. You know what I mean? And the thing is, the gods in the universe is doing the ethnic cleansing as well. Get rid of all these Caucasoids and anybody who's not organic to this planet. You know what I mean? That's what's really going on as well. You know? So, yeah. Yep. Exactly, Queen. I know. Exactly. So the Caucasoids, they really being attacked from all sides, from all angles, various angles. You got the Chinese, you got us, us countering what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And you got the gods in the universe. The minute the gods in the universe start taking them out, there's nothing they can do about it, and they know it, and they're scared. They're scared of the fact that they won't be here anymore. It doesn't mean that every single one of them is going to be gone, but the ones that are going to remain, they're going to end. They're going to have no choice but to bow down to us. They're going to have to give us those jobs that has been held for their people for years and years. Yeah, and if they start giving jobs to those of us who really know what's going on, then we're going to end up changing things for the better. This planet is really ours anyway to begin with, and the Most High is going to make it to the point where it's going to be ours. He's giving it back to us, which is why he has to do this ethnic cleansing. You know, exactly, Queen Asarte. Exactly. Not only they arrogant, not only they're only arrogant, they're so full of themselves that they're really non-spiritual. They're really non-spiritual. Exactly, Queen Wage. The fake royal family need to go too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Exactly, Queen. I know. And the thing is, that's what Chuck D was trying to tell these Caucasoids. Yeah, public enemy. Exactly, Queen Asarte. Like I was saying, they have no souls. That's why they're in the predicament that they're in. This is why they can't let go. They really cannot let go. You know what I'm saying? They really cannot let go. Hey, how you doing, Shanty Cat? Good to see you in here. Hey, Shanty Cat, what you think about the Supreme Court ruling upholding the Muslim ban? Hey, how you doing, Majestic Royal Camp? Good seeing you in here. I've been watching your videos. Watching your video and your content is great. Yep. I definitely agree with you and what you're saying. I even placed the comment in your most recent video, Queen Majestic. Definitely check that out. Yeah. So we are a very unique people indeed. We are definitely one with the universe, definitely organic to this planet. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Yes. Oh, no problem, Majestic Camp. Yep. Hey. Yeah, for all of y'all who just came in, what y'all think about this Muslim travel ban being upheld by the Supreme Court? Like you said, Rockwalla, you can't get rid of us because we are the original people. We are the descendants of the gods who have created us in human form. You know what I'm saying? That's right. They could travel ban us all they want. But we're still gonna grow in population. We are gonna grow in power. Yes. 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 Exactly, King Wage. Exactly. And you know what? The Most High is doing this part by having all these natural disasters taking place, affecting all of these Caucasoids and getting rid of anybody who has a Caucasoid mentality. You know what I'm saying? So these coons and bootlickers better be careful, because after they get rid of all these Caucasoids and these Asians and anybody who co-ops for white supremacy, they're going to get rid of them as well. So these coons and bootlickers better get on board with us, or else they're going to find themselves a stink. Real talk. Real talk. Yeah. So Trump and them, they could do what they want. But when the Most High unleashes his power and fury on all these people who are not organic to this planet, shoot, these coons and bootlickers better start waking the hell up. Real talk. Exactly, Shanty Camp. Exactly. They cannot stop what the gods have planned. Exactly. Exactly. Oh yeah, and speaking of splitting countries up, check this out. There was something about California. There was something about, I saw something about California may possibly be split into 3 different countries. I think it's like North California, South California, and another nation in California, around where the beaches are at, around where the coast is at. Yeah, there was something about that. I may have to see if I can find it, and I can now I will have to play it sometime for you. See if I can find that video. Yeah. Because California is in a dire state right now, where they probably would have to be split up. So exactly, Queen. I know. Kill these damn coons. They are not to be trusted. Yep. Exactly, King Wage. We need to stay away from the coast. And I know most of y'all probably don't eat seafood all that much because of what happened in Fukushima. You know, which is a series of videos that Radical Home Sister put out. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure some of y'all have watched some of her videos on Fukushima, her series on Fukushima. The Terminator stole all the daggone money. Oh, okay, Chanlo, I hear that. You know, I haven't I ain't gonna lie, I haven't ate seafood, and I think it's been a little more than a year since I last ate seafood. And this was before I saw some Radical Home Sisters videos on Fukushima. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I really haven't been eating seafood much either. This was before I heard of Radical Home Sister, before I really started really getting on YouTube. So yeah. Exactly, Quit. I know California's broken it. That's why they probably why they split it up into 3 different nations. That's probably why they doing that in California. Because California is broke as a joke. Yeah, they probably been broke for a while now. And whatever Schwarzenegger did, whatever money they had, Schwarzenegger could have stole all of it. Yep. I hear Alaska is more peaceful out there, a lot more nature. You know, shoot, watch out for Sarah Palin and her family. Yeah, they up there hunting caribou and stuff like that. I just don't want us to be hunted down for living out there. Oh, California? Are you talking about California, Queen? I know. I hear you with that. I hear you on that, King Wage. Yeah, that's right. College used to be free up until the 1960s or 1970s. College used to be free for everybody. But the thing was, we were segregated from going into their colleges, which is cool, which is why we created our own colleges and universities. But now, now we have the option to either go into their colleges or go into our colleges. And I personally think that we need to start going back into our colleges again. Personally, I think colleges should be free, period. This is why we need our own nation. Which if we have our own nation, we could create our own schools. We could create our own colleges and universities and start making them free again. So our people, if it's not free, have it like at a low fee or something like that. Not too expensive. You know what I'm saying? In order to keep the money flowing into our community. You know what I'm saying? This is why having our own nations is very important. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need to be distracted by anything that these caucasoids put out. And I noticed that the Nielsen ratings for a lot of these shows, a lot of these news shows such as Dateline, are dropping. Nobody isn't watching Dateline anymore. Nobody isn't watching these CBS Evening News, ABC Evening News, NBC Evening News anymore. Because people are waking up to the bullshit. They're not buying into the lies and the bullshit any longer. You know what I'm saying? You know, so yeah. So yeah, it's a great time to be melanated. A great time. A great time. Because the gods of the universe are keeping us alive. They're keeping us alive because we're one with the universe. We're organic to this planet. We connect to the earth, the ground of the earth, the spiritual uniqueness of the air, and our connection to the gods in the universe. Oh, yep. I bet that's the case, Queen of Sarte. The Supreme Court's decision. I bet that's definitely the case.
The Supreme Court issued the right conclusion in its opinion. It's about using presidential authority to keep us safe from threats that are around the world.
Oh, this is a Republican speaking.
Congressman, the court also said that in the majority opinion that when it came to it, it's within the president's power. So his words before, during, and after kind of the travel ban was put in place, they don't matter. Do you think the president's words don't matter?
I think his actions is exactly what the court focused on. And the actions of the order were exactly clear. Keep American citizens safe. We need a system in place that's going to vet people coming to America that want to do us harm and keep us on a path.
Yeah, right. Sure, Caucasoid.
Travel ban 3.0
Caucasoid Republican.
Do you think it's a watered down
Sim
version
speaking.
of the initial ban?
Well, obviously there's multiple versions of the ban, but the ban that was reviewed by the court did exactly what I think it needed to do, is implement extreme vetting to make sure that the threats of terrorism,
that's what they're saying, extreme vetting,
soil, are recognized.
That's all right. They can extreme vet all they want.
Mission first, mission one type of priority.
Congressman Keith Ellison, I spoke with him a short time ago, and he said that this travel ban was putting lipstick on a pig. It is not within the president's authority to discriminate on the basis of religion. It simply isn't, and that's what he sees.
That's a good question, Queen. I know.
What do you
I don't know where Obama's at on this. I'm surprised nobody hasn't asked his opinion yet. He might be tweeting. I don't know. I don't even follow him on Twitter. I may have to see what's going on with him. See what he's saying.
Right, Congressman? But when you look at where terrorists people who have come to this country, where they come from, where terrorists have originated, it's not in these countries that they've listed out.
Well, there's some come from these countries, some come from other areas, and that is why the ban is fundamentally on the foundation of keeping us safe, and that's the right conclusion that the court looked at and took action upon.
Do you think this decision would have been different had it been a Justice Merrick Garland on the court instead of Neil Gorsuch?
No, I think the court wrestled through the different issues that were before it, and they came to a conclusion that would have been upheld by a different court because it's the right decision.
Thing is, we will never know. That is one thing we will never know. Congressman, I also want to talk to you about, since we're in the midst of a crisis on immigration in a very different way, in another way, if you will, at the border with regard to the 2,300 children who are still separated from their parents. Do you know what the administration's plan is? Do you have a clear idea of how they will be reuniting these children with their families?
Yeah, my understanding of the process is they are doing exactly that. They are reuniting these families and getting that accomplished. And the executive order took that temporary step in order to make that happen. But that doesn't fix the problem. Okay, we need in Congress a solution.
Exactly, Queen. I know.
It's the law of the land that is fundamentally causing this issue to
exactly
occur. And it's not an issue just with President Trump. It was an issue with President Obama, President Bush.
Exactly, Queen Asante.
Facts. That's why I'm proud to be part of the efforts to force an immigration outcome that we're going to see here in the House this week and into next.
I would like to know where your confidence is so that the administration is doing just that, reuniting the children with their parents, because another Republican, Will Hurd, he was on just this morning, he was speaking to John Berman, and he says that he's really concerned about HHS's ability to reunite families because they were supposed to have a conference call yesterday, just a conference call to get an update on the process, and the phone number didn't even work. And he said, if they can't do that with us, I'm concerned with the ability of connecting kids. Don't you think?
I haven't had that experience. I'll let Will's experience speak for itself. But my understanding and communication with the folks at the White House, the administration, they're following through on that executive order. But let's be very clear here, Kate. This doesn't fix the problem under the executive order. That's why the law needs to be changed. That's why in Congress we should set aside our political differences and get this done for the people that are impacted.
But I mean, political reality is guys can't get it done. I mean, it's not Republican versus Democrat. This is Republican versus Republican yet again with regard to immigration at this moment. Do you have any confidence, even on a narrow measure, not even adding any of the other stuff that always trips everybody up? On a narrow measure, can you get it done by the end of the week before you guys go on break?
I believe a narrow measure is the backup plan. Still working forward on this immigration bill on the floor. Still have an opportunity to get to 218. But if that fails, I'm very confident we'll get this narrow measure done, because we shouldn't have any disagreement
Facts, Queen
on
of
keeping these families
Saute.
together as they go through this process. There's broad Democrat and Republican support for that.
Do you think more judges, more immigration judges, would help in this effort? Would you like to see that?
Yeah, I think not only judges and resources, but you need to fix the border. You need to fix this process, and you need to do it by the law, changing the law of the land. That is fundamentally what is causing the problem.
Why do you think the president is so anti putting more judges at the border? He keeps talking about 5,000 judges need to be. They're asking him to send 5,000 more judges to the border. I haven't seen that number yet, but in what people have been requesting. But why do you think why does he not want it?
Well, I don't think that's the case. I think what he's saying is that we need to fix the root cause of the problem, and that is a broken immigration system, a broken processing system, and then have the resources to go with it. Fix the problem, and then we'll make sure the resources are there. That to me is a reasonable approach to this.
But
Yeah, you know what they need. You know what that
the
means.
backup,
They want us
because
out this
it feels
country.
like when Paul Ryan says we'll cross that bridge when we reach it,
They don't want
you
other
guys
foreign
not
black
already
and
on
brown
the
people
bridge
from
of,
coming into this
you need to
country.
go to the backup of the backup of the backup if you really do want to get something done.
Well, that's why I was part of an effort to sign the discharge petition.
Exactly, King Wage. I heard about that, King Wage. There was something about some civil rights, white civil rights rally they trying to start up.
Let's take action on this.
If I'm not mistaken, it's even in Charlottesville. That's ain't that ridiculous, y'all? Ain't that ridiculous? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, tell me about it. That is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. You know, it's pretty hilarious too. Exactly, Queen Asarte. Exactly. They don't want the playing field to be leveled because it puts them at a disadvantage. It puts them at a clear disadvantage. That's right. That's why they unleashed. That's why they upheld that Muslim travel ban. Why they got the Supreme Court to upheld the Muslim travel ban. You know what I'm saying? They doing all these other things too. You know what I mean? In order to not balance the playing field. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right, Queen. I know it's that high IQ at work. Yup, there it is. That's how they operate. That's exactly how they operate. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. Hold on for a minute. Gotta do a couple things real quick. Ooh. Yeah, y'all can keep chatting amongst yourselves though. But regardless, everything that is being done, this country is going down anyway. You know, all that they doing is leading to their downfall. These Caucasoids don't have no leg, don't have any leg left to stand on. They really don't. This is why they taking all these desperate measures. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. See, these Caucasoids, what they really should be scared of is China. China colonizing Africa, China talking to North Korea, talking to China, talking to Russia, in talks of building and developing their countries. That's what they really should be scared of. Because China, they're going to be the ones who are going to take these Caucasoids out. If the Most High don't take all of them out, it's going to be China. That's what these Caucasoids need to be talking about, rather than trying to mess with us, black and brown people who live in Muslim countries and stuff. It doesn't do anything anyway. You know, oh, they talk about, well, we got to fix this broken immigration system. I mean, shoot, these Caucasoids, they're the illegal immigrants. That's the reason why the immigration system is broken in the first place. Legal immigrants. They shouldn't be in this country. They need to go back to them Caucasoid caves and hide up in there and play with them goats and sheep and whatever animals that live in those damn caves. That's what they need to be doing. For real. Word. We don't need them here. Shoot, we could operate this country. We can operate this country just fine without them. You know what I'm saying? Because we have enough people in order for a nation to function. We have enough people, we have enough knowledge of people who are good at different things. All we have to do is put everything together. Just come together as a people. You know? Come together as a people and start our nation. These Caucasoids, they could go back to Europe, go back to them damn Caucasus mountain caves and live in there. They could go back to that. We don't need them here. Had the Moors not civilized they sorry asses, they wouldn't be able to, they wouldn't be where they at today any goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? They know that. Many of you talk about the Moors around these Caucasoids, they shut their mouths real quick. Yeah, they know about the Moors. They know about the Moors. And the Moors are the reason why Arabs have about 5 to 6% interest in this country any daggone way. But you can't trust those Arabs either, because they had contributed to the slave trade. When they get their businesses, here. They treat a lot of us like shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be shopping. We don't need to be shopping at Arab-owned stores either. Fuck them as well. Shit, I feel like this. It's best we fuck most of these immigrants who cape for white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. I know that might sound kind of harsh to some people, but that's just basically how I feel about it. I feel nothing for them. I feel nothing for these Mexican immigrants. Even if they legal, I don't feel too much for them. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones taking jobs that's supposed to be going to us. You know what I'm saying? Caucasoids, they can really kick rocks because they already dying out anyway. We don't need Caucasoids on this planet. Oh, shit. We really don't need them. That's why the Most High is doing this part to get rid of their sorry asses. Firstly, the way I see it, we don't need any of these fake ass Moors living today either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they claiming that they're, they're not black and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be equal with the white man. Fuck that shit. I ain't trying to be equal with no cracker. Yep. Yeah, so So yep, these Caucasoids can do what they want. do what they will, but the victory is still ours. The victory is definitely still ours. And that's the best news I could give y'all. Real talk. Best news. The minute we take this country back for ourselves, the minute we take this land back for ourselves, you know what I'm saying? That's the only way we're going to rise as a people. It's the only way we're going to rise as a people. Exactly. Yeah, let me go ahead and go scroll back up and read all y'all comments. Yeah, y'all keep the comments coming. That's what's up. Yeah. Oh, I like that comment, August Dreams. Cuck is always asking what will we do without them? Oh, there's a lot of things we're gonna be doing without them. Hell yeah. Oh man. Yeah, definitely keep the comments coming. Yeah. That's right. King Wage to nothing but apes. Apes who could talk and walk but don't have but lack a pineal gland. Yup. Exactly. The sooner they could die off, Queen Asante, the better we will feel, the better we will look, the better it is for us, period. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we basically got to be monsters in this thing. You basically got to be monsters. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Forget all that forgiveness and turn the other cheek and all that bullshit. Fuck all that bullshit. See, that's that Caucasoid bullshit they want us to go by. We ain't going by that bullshit any longer. And exactly, Queen, I know we need to stop being so damn peaceful. Time to start singing and time to stop singing and start swinging. Exactly. Yup. And that's all they're gonna get is death and misery, Queen, I know. That's all they're gonna get. That's all they're gonna get. Yup. And like Sean Lowe said, they won't be missed. That's right. I believe that, King Wage. I wouldn't be surprised they blocking off the Caucasus Mountains. I wouldn't be surprised. Haven't heard anything in the news about it. But hey, mainstream media ain't gonna cover a lot of that stuff anyway, so I don't expect them to cover that. I'm gonna have to check one of these YouTube, do a search on that. Probably get on that search engine bang.com and see if I can find something like that, because Google probably ain't gonna tell you stuff like that. Google search engine is only for like simple information, very basic information. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to like real deep stuff, nah, Google ain't gonna go that deep. Nah, Google has an agenda. You know what I'm saying? You can even see that in the 2016 presidential election and how Google was protecting Hillary Clinton. You know what I'm saying? They was protecting Hillary Clinton so we won't get Trump. But the thing is, you know, a lot of people didn't fall for the bullshit. They ended up voting Trump's ass in anyway, despite him saying that he grabs women by the pussy. Those same women that he said he grabs by the pussy, they voted for his ass. You know what I'm saying? So, so much for that high IQ. Yeah, that's what high IQ is. Doing stuff that don't make no damn sense. That's what having a high IQ is. Oh, why you think that IQ test was invented anyway? To make these crackers look like make them look like they're somebody. You know what I mean? When in reality they're really nobody. And like King Wedge said, they have no respect for our history and they keep stealing from our lands and bringing riches to their museums. You know, exactly, Queen Unknown. She has said we have done all we are all done what these white folks told us to do to make it, and we still ain't got shit. Exactly, exactly. And these old civil rights heads, they thought they were doing something for us, but they didn't. They ain't did shit for us either. What they integrate us so we can have sexual access to their dicks and pussies, to them pink dicks and pussies? Hell nah. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, sure, spaghetti face. Sure. Wow. Oh, I didn't know that, August Dreams. August Dreams is just saying that Nigeria is demanding that England return their artifacts. These devils told them that they will loan it back to them. Wow. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Oh, King Wage, as far as me modding anybody, yeah, I'll have to do that, or I don't have a computer though in order to do that though. That's the thing. Yeah. Oh no, hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I could get rid of this spaghetti face troll. Hey, it seems I know, right? Exactly, Queen of Sarte. Hey, this is like the second troll that is coming to any of my lives. Actually, the first set of trolls that came in, they were all called princesses because I was talking about transgenders. Oh wow. Speaking against the transgender agenda. Yeah. Oh, exactly. Exactly, Rockwalla. Let me see. Can I? Oh, I got him. Yep. Yep, I got the Roach King Wage. I got him. Yeah, I deleted his comments. Yeah. So yeah, let them trolls come. Let them come. So they can get this truth as well. Let them all come. Because they need this truth as well. It's good. Let them come. Because they can't win against all of us melanated folks. Yeah, they can't win against all of us. We got them. We got them right where we want them. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I had this live long enough for some troll to come on in. Shoot. I wonder if what trolls I'm gonna get when I start going after these so-called progressives. Especially white progressives, black progressives. I wonder what trolls I'm gonna get when I start going after them. I'm gonna play some of their. I'm gonna audio record some of their videos too, and play them for y'all. Especially what they say about this separation of immigrant families issue. Oh yeah, I got some stuff on them. Mm-hmm. And they're the most well known progressives too. This alternative news media, well known people. Y'all probably may have seen them. They're actually some of them I do follow, so I can get information as to what's going on with these Caucasoids. See what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, I don't even make comments. There's some stuff that I agree with what they say. There's some stuff, but when it comes to some other things, when it comes to really about being black first, nah, they're not gonna speak on that. You know what I'm saying? They feel that it's wrong that a lot of us are mass incarcerated, but they won't say anything about being black first. I could bet you about $1 on that. Exactly, Queen of Sarte. Look at the new Jim Crow system. That's a perfect example of how we're being separated from our families. Look at the fact that the laws tell us that we can't spank our children. You know, that's another instance where we're being separated from our families. You know what I'm saying? Child protective services. The whole the I guess you could pretty much say the whole welfare system is separating us from our families. Child support, the whole idea of child support, the child support system. You know what I mean? Separating us from our families. You know, in which they are forcing the men to pay support for their children. You know what I'm saying? The whole spousal support type thing. You know what I mean? All of that. That's right, Queen. I know. Like you said, white men are the original baby daddies. That's actually, I think somebody did a video on that. Yeah, that's right, King Wage. I knew there was a video on that. Queen Wage said he's seen it. Okay. Yep. I haven't seen it yet, but yeah. 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 Yeah, Elder, I see he's on live now as well. Talk about will we ever get reparations? Let's see here. And now Trump worried about if Harley Davidson decides to move their business overseas, talking about it will be the beginning of the end. Huh. And Michael Bennett, one of the football players from the Seattle Seahawks, who had an altercation with a police officer in Las Vegas. I think after it was somebody's concert that he was at. I don't know if it's Ariana Grande or somebody. Yeah, he's got a book out in which Democracy Now is doing a story that did a story on things that make white people uncomfortable. Yep, it sure is, Sean Lowe. It's already the end for him. Exactly. Exactly, King Wage. Reparations is when we take this whole world over. Exactly. Exactly, August Dreams. Thank you. August Dreams said these savages have been separated our families for centuries. But these coons are worried about some damn immigrants, DACA, LGBT, white feminism, and animals' rights. Exactly. Facts, August Dreams. Yes. Yep. Well, that's what the world is going towards. These Caucasoids don't have anything else to talk about but that. And I wish these coons, bootlickers, and gatekeepers stop playing this game. Stop co-opting with these Caucasoids, man. I wish they stopped doing that. That's the biggest problem right there. Because if they don't stop doing that, we're going to have to get rid of their asses too. Because this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. And people think some of our people, some of these coons and bootlickers think we have arrived since we now have houses. You know what I'm saying? Since we're now integrated in the Caucasoid society and all of this. All this stuff doesn't mean anything if you're not being treated as a human being. That's why I said I prefer to have human rights than civil rights. Civil rights don't do shit for us. The civil rights movement ain't did shit for us. It's obvious. Look what they are giving us. What? Sexual access to white dick and pussy? I mean, come on. Exactly, Queen I Know. Queen I Know said white men will rather portray an animal as a superhero than a black man or a black woman. Facts. Facts. Yep. So yeah. So that's basically what it's all has come to. And yeah, I'm gonna do something real quick. Y'all can keep chatting with one another. You probably might hear me talking, but y'all can keep chatting with one another. Exactly. Wow. Wow. That's it, Queen. I know. I'm gonna come back to y'all a little bit. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna come back and read all your comments, though. Mm. 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 I got snippers. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Exactly. Everybody's getting rich off of us. I agree with that, Queen. I know. Mm. Mm. Wonder if her computer works. Probably not. I think that's a good one. All right. Oh, um, I have to use that other remote too. White wealth. Yup. Mm. Yep, I believe that, Queen. I know. Wow. Yep. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Charlo. Agree with that. I guess according to the old civil rights heads, being indentured servants is better than being slaves. That's what them fools believe. So way it is now, Queen, I know it really doesn't profit to go to college. The professors are becoming more racist too. I think they've always been racist. It's just that it's now showing its ugly head because of the times that we're living in. This is a tribulation time for these Caucasoids. Their resistance is soon to be gone. Is starting to come to an end. That's what it is. So it has nothing to do with us. The Caucasoid devil is the biggest sinner. Unleashing all types of evil against us black and brown people, the original people of the universe, original people on this planet. Is this part of her laptop? Probably is too. Hmm. Oh, yep. It sure is. Is it touch? No, I don't think I could touch it. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's not a touch screen. Oh, okay, hold up. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, y'all can keep chatting and what have you. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, y'all can keep chatting and what have you.
I agree. Yeah, I'm making a lot of y'all moderators. Actually, virtually everybody's in the chat who I know, you know what I'm saying, that I see on other channels. Yeah. So y'all definitely speaking the truth in this chat though. That's what's up though. You know what I'm saying? That's good. Oh yeah. No problem, King Wage. That's what's up, man. Oh, I know it's I, yeah, I know it's already got two thumbs down, probably because of them trolls that came in. It's all good though. That's what's up. Let them get this truth too. Oh yeah. That's right. So y'all can contributing and hammering out all these trolls that be coming up in here. You know, certain topics you talk about, they gonna come up in here though. Hold on, I'm gonna put something in here. See, I can find something on this white civil rights rally. See what they talking about. Hit some of these news stories here. Mm. Check this guy out. Okay. Jason Kessler.
that I published on my website, jccounselor.us, which is entitled Why the Alt-Right Should Be a White Civil Rights Movement. What I'd like to talk about is the use of nonviolence as a supplementary tactic for white civil rights.
Hold on.
At Unite the Right, we did everything that we possibly could at the time to have made things go off well. In retrospect, there's some things that I'd like to do different. From a strategic standpoint, I don't think that it's useful to have people in the general public coming from all these different locations. And it's hard to protect all those people. I think it's better to start at one off-site location and then have everybody march in together, perhaps with law enforcement or the National Guard. But also, I think that the culture has to change. Right now, there's sort of a soccer hooligan type of culture in the right wing. And it's funny because it's very prominent in Europe. You'll see a lot of this type of stuff in right wing politics there where people are ready to fight at the drop of a hat. And people have had some fun with that in Berkeley. There were several battles in Berkeley where stood down and just allowed people to go at it. So I think folks felt like, well, if you want to get your rocks off by punching a commie, then there's your opportunity in these liberal cities where there's no police. Now,
That's an odd sound.
I didn't think they would do that in Charlotte.
They just cracker talking about white civil rights. Trying to turn the volume up. Hold on. I guess that's the highest I could turn up the volume. Apologize for the noise. I don't know what that is.
You have to look at what it's doing to the care
Right.
about Dylan Roof because Dylan Roof was politically expedient for our rulers. But we have to put an emphasis on not attacking. If you look at some of the iconic imagery of the so-called civil rights movement of the 1960s, which was sort of masterminded by these Jewish attorneys and civil rights figures, and the actors in their play were these Black Americans like Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King, his great
Yeah,
speeches,
it's all good. August Dreams.
Jewish ghostwriters, and his attorneys were definitely winning those battles that were allowing his movement to be successful. That's the stuff that was going on behind the scenes you didn't see. But in terms of the tactics that they themselves used, they had a willing media and photographers.
I hope y'all can hear that better.
If you search famous civil rights photos, a lot of them are innocent Black people being attacked by like a corrupt system, which is sometimes personified as the police. Right? You'll see a picture of Rosa Parks being processed and fingerprinted by the police. You'll see a Black person who a police dog who's about to attack. You'll see a Black woman who is about to go into a school during integration, and you see an angry white woman yelling at her. So the clear subtext of these photographs, the way that they're framing them is, white people are bad and full of hate, and Black people are virtuous and sort of Christ-like. They'll take all this punishment from these hateful people and keep moving forward. Now, I would say that that's good imagery. It's called agitprop for them. It's supposed to make the viewer angry, emotionally disturbed, and wanting to fight on behalf of that cause. Certainly our people have gone through that kind of thing. I know I've suffered tremendously on account of this cause. I've had political prosecutions, one after the other, coming after me, and so far failing to connect, but they're going to keep trying until they can do something against me. I've had, of course, my friends come to this rally and be physically attacked. And if you're on my side, if you're on the pro-white side, you get felonies against you. But if you are for shutting down the speech of pro-white figures, you get away scot-free. You can fire flamethrowers and get away with it, right? And every day I have to deal with the press trying to frame me in a bad light, making my family's lives a living hell. Not mine, I'm fine, I was built for this, but my family doesn't appreciate it too much when I have to be drugged through the mud. So, if I were Martin Luther King, if I were Black, they would be framing that as, these poor, heroic victims who believe so much in their cause that they're willing to get beat up. They're willing to have their rights trampled by a unjust city government. They are willing to put up with the slander of the press. They're willing to lose their jobs, have their families be attacked, and keep moving forward. But because we are pro-white, anything that we do in support of our people is going to be framed as hate. Now, we have less of the inherent resources that the Black people did during the civil rights movement. But I think we can learn from some of those tactics. We want to have our own photographers with us at all times. We need to be making more heroic photographs of people in our movement. Another image you'll see when you search famous civil rights photos, you'll see a picture of Martin Luther King with the big American flag behind him. Now, I think that that's a good idea when you have iconic American imagery like the American flag and the Confederate flag, and you have that framed behind you. That says something other than just here is a person. It says this is an American person, that we are defining what America is for a new generation. Of course, the left is always going to frame us in crazy ways, like the famous picture of Richard Spencer they always use, where he's like try and make him look like he's trying to scare a little kid or something. But we can control how we portray ourselves. And we never want to have these images of us attacking people, because we're not going to win this thing through a civil war. I don't believe that. We need broader support, because the people who you think would be on our side are not on our side yet, because they don't understand that we're standing up for them. They've been so indoctrinated by this consensus from the media, from the academic institutions, from the politicians, that white people are so evil and to blame for everything, and non-whites are so perfect and in need of.
We never said we were perfect, Jason. Wait a minute.
We were perfect, Jason. So we're not there yet. Right now, we need to do something that's very basic. We need to get white people to advocate for their own side, and we need that to be something that is normalized within society. And the way to be sympathetic to people is to use nonviolence. Now, you're going to have to set this up carefully. You can't set it up into a situation, for instance, like we had at United.
Yes, they are, King Wage. Facts.
Yes, they are, King Wage. You're going to need to start creating landing zones, and you probably want to have the police know about those landing zones so they can march with you. And that way, if you're being nonviolent and somebody attacks you, then you can point them out to the police. The other thing is, of course, you can't always count on the police, as we saw in Charlottesville. People need to be better about wearing body cams and cameras. You need to film everything that's going on around you when you're at these public events. Now, some of the resistance to using civil rights methods within the alt-right are going to be things like the fact that non-whites pioneered some of this stuff, like Gandhi and Martin Luther King, using the nonviolent resistance. But I think that we have to have a little bit of humility and understand what is working within a constitutional democracy, within a nation of laws. We are in the situation that we're in, and that is a tactic that has worked time and time again, so we're being foolish and ceding ground by not using it. Another thing is that there are people who want a more right-wing form of government. They want a fascist government. I personally don't. I am more of a classical liberal. But just from a strategic perspective, think of it like this. You have to have a populist swell of support to do that. You have to have, like, the military taking over and instituting rule of law or something like that. We don't have that. So by letting the perfect, in the minds of some people, be the enemy of the good, you are really making our people lose the one defense system they would have, which is working through the legal system, using protest methods that have been proven successful in gaining rights for our people. Now, I would say that some things could be improved for us in the next 20 years or so. If we were to stick it out, we could make it so that we have a guaranteed First Amendment, not so that white people are able to have the same kinds of advocacy groups that non-white groups have. We could make a congressional white caucus.
Yes, I can. Go ahead and do it, Jason.
Go ahead and do it, Jason. Right has been that we have been able to put together a legal team. I have a good legal team, and this is the kind of thing that I want to work on. I'm not saying that everybody has to do the civil rights method, but this is where I would like to go. Because I think that this is our best chance of victory. Being too extreme in your IRL presentation is going to turn people off. It doesn't mean you can't have fun online and do podcasts and make memes, like however edgy you want to do them. But when it comes down to actually having the rubber meet the road, and you're going to interface with the general public, you're going to interface with politicians and try and get laws changed, you're going to interface with the courts, you can't be super edgelord. Let me make one other point on this. Over the summer of 2017, not just at Unite the Right, but also at Richard Spencer's speaking event in Gainesville, and a number of other events, you saw people getting arrested. And no matter what people were saying, the arrests became the dominant focus of the left-wing media. So that's another reason that we need to adopt these nonviolent tactics, and we really need to calm our guys down. Going into 2018, that's going to be something we want to get those arrests down.
Oh, wait a minute. It probably was. Let me see something here.
Down to zero if we can. And
Is that better, Chon Lo?
by using the nonviolent civil rights tactic, it is the checkmate for Antifa. Antifa really has not seemed to be, they're not really here nor there. They're not a threat, except that they have the establishment behind them now. And they are the foot soldiers of the establishment. So by nullifying them, we nullify a big weapon of the Democrat Party, of the globalist elites, and all the other people who are trying to enact ethnic cleansing.
No problem, Chon Lo.
Across the Western world. So what is Antifa's strategy? Their strategy is explicitly that they are using violence to shut down the speech of people they do not agree with. They're shutting down the speech of fascists. They're shutting down hate speech. Now, that shouldn't be a thing that flies in society. There's no such thing as hate speech laws in the United States. And there are First Amendment precedents against heckler's veto, which is using violence to shut down speech you don't like. But you take away that moral high ground when you engage with violence against them. Now, whether it's justified or not, you know, if they attack you first and they're spraying mace all over
I figured that's what. I figured that's what it was.
Start whacking
Queen
them over the head. Well, then that's the thing that the media is going to show, and they're not going to have sympathy.
Exactly, Queen of Sarte.
Because the media, whether fairly or not, is going to frame you as the aggressor every time. So.
Oh yeah, he's a great deflector.
Right-wing person in the world. They call everybody Nazis. You really could be a Nazi. And if you're nonviolent and you are willing to put up with that abuse to get from point A to point B and speak your mind and say what you got to say, there's going to be a lot more people out there who are going to be sympathetic to you. If you are the nonviolent one, they'll say, hey, I might not like this guy's ideas, but look at the Antifa. They're the ones who are attacking.
So, and also by making this strategy public, it puts it in their court that says, we're not going to be violent. So are you in the Antifa groups going to be the violent ones? Are you going to have to adopt nonviolent tactics as well and let us speak? It puts the ball in their court. I really do think it is the checkmate move, but you've got to be careful about how you do it, because of course there's going to be people who say, well, we're being attacked, we have to fight back, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to deal with that with planning and strategy. It's like a game of chess. You got to move your pieces in the right direction, and sometimes you have a piece that's blocking a more valuable piece. That's how it works. You got to have the police lined up beforehand, make the plans with the police public so that the public knows what is expected of the police. So if they don't follow through like they did at Unite the Right, then they'll be 100% blamed. But the idea is you want to get everybody together and march in, and that way there's no stragglers who are going to be isolated and attacked. So that's the end of the video for today. Now, I want to encourage you guys to donate. I've been putting in a lot of time and effort into these projects. I have legal battles to fight for our civil rights, and those cost a pretty penny. And I'm not able to do all the same work that I used to be able to do, because
I'm sure his white family, his Caucasoid family, is going to support him. Donate, Caucasoids. Donate the white civil rights.
What you can do is go to jasonkessler.us.
That's right.
Donate.
And
I've got opportunities for you to donate with
I'm just so laughing.
You can donate.
Too funny.
Cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and so forth.
I know that's right.
Also the subscribe button and to follow me on social media. I'm on Gab, The Mad Dimension. I'm on Twitter, The Mad Dimension, even though I don't use my Twitter as much because of the censorship issues on that platform. I'm also on Facebook, facebook.com/.
Oh, they censoring him big time, huh? On Twitter.
Leave
Okay.
your ideas on this video in the comments.
Shit,
Let
I've
me
been
know what
censored
you
on
think.
Twitter
I might do a
too.
follow-up video if you guys have any critiques or
I
questions.
know how you feel,
Take
Jason.
care.
Jason has just joined us. How are you doing?
Yeah, I just want the. Yeah. I just want to play that. Jason Kessler. Exactly, Queen Wage. Oh man. Oh, it's so funny. That's why I was joking about him. I was making little jokes while we was listening to the audio. And it is, man. It is. It's really funny. It's really funny. I'm like, wow, white civil rights. Wow, yeah, that's a new thing now. White civil rights. White civil rights, I'll tell you. White civil rights. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Talking about their rally. Oh, I know, right? I bet they get a whole bunch about. I bet you they get a whole bunch of benefits. Must be great being white. Oh man, I'll tell you, these people are something else, though. They are something else, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm trying to find another one too. It is, man, and they just over dramatize everything. Oh my goodness, I've never seen a bunch of people just over dramatize stuff. They do. They exactly, Queen Asarte. Exactly. They probably already think they They're probably already thinking they're slaves. Oh my goodness. It just doesn't get more funnier than what you're seeing. Yep. It just doesn't get any more funnier. Yep. Oh, I'm gonna play this video too.
Now citing Bible verses to prop up their shitty policies. So Washington Post says, Sessions cites Bible passage used to defend slavery in defense of separating immigrant families. Attorney General Jeff Sessions on Thursday used a Bible verse to defend his department's policy of prosecuting everyone who crosses the border from Mexico, suggesting that God supports the government in separating immigrant parents
I know,
from
right,
their
Queen?
children.
I know.
Quote, I would cite you the Apostle Paul and his clear and wise command in Romans 13 to obey the laws of the government because God has ordained the government for his purposes, Sessions said during a speech to law enforcement officers in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Orderly and lawful processes are good in themselves. Consistent and fair application of the law is in itself a good and moral thing, and that protects the weak and protects the lawful. So, I like how hypocritical this is because they would never, ever, ever say that in the context of a law they disagree with. I mean, imagine somebody said that to them in reference to Obamacare. Like, what do you mean, the law of the land? Where's the question? God says, you need to obey the laws of the government because God ordained the government for his purposes. So God ordained Obamacare, and every time you guys try to undermine it, what you're doing is spitting in the face of Almighty God. How quickly would they disagree with you if you said that to them? How quickly would they disagree with you if you said, you know all those guys on Wall Street that broke all those laws, that committed fraud at record levels, and that collapsed the economy, crashed the economy as a result of their actions?
Yep, they're
You know,
misquoting
hey,
scriptures
they
too.
are spitting in the face of God when they do that. Therefore, we need to.
Yeah, that's
throw
something I
the
could
book at
research
them.
on.
Well, shocker, Jeff Sessions is not in favor of throwing the book at the Wall Street criminals.
I wouldn't
Never
be
was,
surprised,
never will
Queen
be,
of
never is
Saute.
going to be in favor of that.
Wouldn't be surprised.
So it's amazing how it's just rampant hypocrisy. But beyond that, why the fuck are you citing God? You know, this is supposed to be a secular government, right? This is supposed to be a constitutional republic and a representative democracy. And you're bringing up God? Again, change the context slightly. Let's say you had Keith Ellison, for that matter, or any Muslim representative say,
Exactly.
I'm citing Almighty Allah to prop up my philosophy in terms of the government. How would Jeff Sessions react? He would be apoplectic, and he would say, Sharia laws here. But when he says it, and it's his God, his interpretation of his God,
Here we
you
go.
better shut the fuck up, son. If you disagree with me, if you disagree with my draconian policies, you are spitting in the face of God. Now fall in line and understand this is a Christian theocracy, and I'm one of the people in control of it. So he's a hypocrite. He's obviously a theocrat. And then also just think of, like, what a weak thing to cite. Like, the only Bible verse you can go to is, follow the laws of the government. That's the only one you got? Because, by the way, when you add up the sentiment in the Bible, there are way more on the side of be good to immigrants. Be good to the sojourners in your land. Treat them like your brother. So if you want to, I mean, you could justify any ideology if you go to the Bible. But if you want to add up, just go by sheer numbers of it, whether the Bible is more pro-immigrant or anti-immigrant, they're going to be more pro-immigrant. And I'm pretty sure, like, would Jesus be separating parents from their children? I doubt it. So it's funny how the fundamentalists, they always find a religious reason to prop up their terribly draconian and primitive and shitty ideology. You know, they're always using religion in service of really conservative, backwards policies, which is convenient how that always works. They never say, listen, man, even though I may personally be against feeding poor people with food stamps, the Bible's clear. We should feed the hungry and the poor. So even though it's against my personal ideology, Jesus has spoken. God has spoken. And we must increase food stamp funding. It never works in that direction. Weird. God always happens to agree with the Republican philosophy in the minds of these jackasses. So he's a terrible person. And this policy is as bad as it gets, by the way. And Obama was shitty too with immigration policies, don't get me wrong. But now we have people using fucking Bible verses to prop up this nonsense. I mean, Jeff Sessions should not be Attorney General. Jeff Sessions shouldn't be anywhere near government because he's dangerous, he's theocratic, and he has no empathy whatsoever. Dave Rubin went on Joe Rogan's podcast, and they went back and forth on the issue of regulation. This is interesting. Let's watch, and then I have a bunch of stuff I want to say.
What problem would you, everything you're building here right now, right? Do you want the government to tell you how to do all these things and all the regulations that you got to have your electric thing this far from this and like all
the regulations like that for construction are important though. You do have to make sure that people don't do stupid shit. But make sure you don't have a power lines near a water line. There's a lot of.
But I would put most of that on the builders though. They want to build things that are good. Now I get.
That's not true. Listen, people
people are going to build
corners all the time. Like you have to have regulations when it comes to construction methods, or people are going to get fucked.
They cut corners when there are regulations anyway.
They do. They would cut a lot more if there weren't regulations.
I'm not
totally. You go to third world countries and look at construction methods; they're fucking dangerous.
Yeah,
that's why schools collapse on kids in foreign countries sometimes. Like,
well, I'm not telling you that I'm against all regulation. Period. That's where I said intellectually I like that argument because you could make I think you can make a very sound argument that competition would force people to do better work. Like if you're a plumber, you have a vested interest in doing the best plumbing job you can so that people will rate you on Yelp so that you will get more work. You don't have a vested interest in cutting corners. Now you might, right? You're going to push it as much as you can to save as much time and energy and money as you can. Mm-hmm. But once you go over that edge, you don't want to be known as the guy that you tightened something too much so that you flooded the house. Or when you're building a house.
You're thinking logically though. When people fuck things up and short things and do things terrible, they're not thinking logically.
But I don't think it's the government. I don't think it's the government that they're like, the government gave me this regulation, so that's why I'm going to do it right.
Well, if they didn't have any regulations, there'd be no incentive whatsoever to do it right.
No, there would be an incentive.
If they knew there were no inspectors, no one was going to check their stuff and make sure that their stuff was up to code. Listen, man, I was in construction my whole life. My dad was an architect. Yeah. I've been in construction since I was a little kid. You fucking need regulations. These guys, a lot of people that are in construction, they'll do whatever the fuck they can to make money, and it's not good for the people that have the house because they might have that house for 5-10 years before that problem manifests itself.
Oh, sorry. That I didn't even realize that was another video. Oh man.
Now citing Bible verses to
yeah. And this actually is going to relate to.
We all know that the Grio, just like the so-called root or the weed, as I prefer to call it, is nothing more than a white media surrogate. There's certainly nothing else that they could be. It was launched and started by some black folks who were acting as stalking horses for their white media paymasters.
Permit Peggy. Yep, that's her name. Or Permit Patty. Permit Patty and Barbecue Becky. That's right.
It was almost exactly 2 years ago when you bought it. So if you want to know who's to blame for the Grio's content, you can blame him. Oh, you thought that Byron Allen was on Team Black because he wanted to bid for the distribution rights to Nate Parker's Birth of a Nation? This guy has never reached out to real black media. None of the new voices of black media that you listen to have ever heard from Byron Allen. And now you can see why. See, a black-owned media outlet means absolutely nothing if it is not also black-oriented. A black staff is worthless if they don't operate in black people's interests. And those interests have nothing to do with white lifestyle agendas like
Yep.
gay marriage, swirling.
That's what
transgender,
caucasoids do,
homelessness,
y'all.
whatever.
Waste tax
Yeah,
dollars on
Byron Allen got a
nonsense.
lot of shine from a lot of black
As long as
people
it makes
after he
sense to
won
them.
an allegedly $1 billion
That's the high IQ talking.
I told people at the time that if they gave him that kind of payout, it wasn't because they thought that Byron Allen was going to be any sort of threat to them. And indeed, he has subsequently proven to be no threat to the white media whatsoever. A lot of people kept mentioning Byron Allen as someone who could bankroll black media ventures. It was his blink and you'll miss it play for Birth of a Nation that fooled people into that delusion. Well, I told you if Byron Allen was for real, then $1 billion would.
Oh, you know what? I did saw something on the ice cream granny. I haven't read up on her yet. Ice cream granny. Oh, keep the nicknames coming. I did saw something about ice cream granny.
I don't give you any sort of address. I don't give you a phone number or anything. You have no way to get in touch with me. That's deliberate. I'm not trying to figure out how to get some well-to-do Negroes or what have you to give me some money. There are plenty of other people out there, however, who with the right backing could make some big moves. But don't expect them to get that kind of backing from Byron Allen. They're only going to get it from you. So Byron Allen has no interest whatsoever in trying to support or to promote the voices of
Oh, absolutely, Queen, I know.
But he did
absolutely.
Now, didn't see, he never really wanted Birth of a Nation. That's something that a lot of black people are going to simply have to grow up and understand. Byron Allen just wanted to make a half-assed bid for it, so he could get himself a few quickie online publication quotes to say that he tried to get it. And because black people are eternally grateful, especially for failed gestures that don't produce anything, we, of course, will always remember that time that Byron Allen tried so hard to buy that Nate Parker movie once. You know, with $1 billion, Byron Allen doesn't have to buy any movies. He's got more than enough to make his own, folks. But he hasn't, and he's not going to, because that was never his agenda. He needed some quickie black street cred, so he made Nate Parker's would-be bid at Sundance to get it. Unlike some of you, I didn't put words into Byron Allen.
I didn't know about
That's the
the.
reason why you don't see me too
That's the
disappointed
reason
by the
why
fact that he
Byron
failed
Allen
himself
didn't
to
went
be
out to buy the
celebrity
rights
for
of
many years.
Birth
The
of a
reason
Nation.
that I didn't buy into his hype was because I wait to see what people
I'm kind of glad he didn't,
not
because he
what they
probably would
say.
have whitewashed that
Talk is
damn movie.
cheap. In fact, it's not cheap. It's worthless.
Probably would have made Nat Turner
That's
to
the
a
reason why there's so
more
many of you
docile
ask me,
Negro.
what do I think of this person?
Nat
What do I
Turner
think
was
of
far
that
from
venture?
that.
What do I think of this, that, and the other? And I don't respond. You want to know why? It's because I'm observing. Now, even though I have my doubts and suspicions about certain people, certain groups, certain initiatives, I will wait until they have enough rope to hang themselves. But you should think to yourself, if Professor Black Truth isn't endorsing these people, shouldn't that tell you something? You'll know whether these clowns are actually on the level by whether or not they reach out to the new voices, whether they reach out with no strings attached.
Yes, it is, King Wage. Jason. Oh, no, this is Professor Black Truth.
Where we stand, what we stand for.
Nah, this is Professor Black Truth.
We attack white supremacy full time, full stop.
Jason Black, he's the Black Authority.
We won't be getting any Issa Rae type white male worship crap. No swirling.
Oh, okay.
No excuses for degenerate lifestyles.
Yes, Queen, I know. It is time for a change. And change will come sooner than we know it. And these caucasoids are not going to be prepared. They're gonna go ham.
Family, we need to be honest enough with ourselves to admit that there's simply too many black people who just can't wait to sell out. And
Yep.
it's not even because that's the
We
most
were just talking about that earlier.
Worms like Byron Allen sell out because they love kissing white people behind.
Yeah, pretty much, King Wage. Yup.
And as you can see, he's not merely failing to support black people, he has now bankrolled and is actively.
That's why I thought they were the same person at first. Come to find out they're not.
Sewers out there. We would have to invent an entirely new vocabulary to describe the perverted agenda that Byron Allen is promoting. So for all those folks who years and years have been asking me what I think of Byron Allen, who asked why I never brought up his name, now you can answer your own question. He's no different than Agent DuVernay. She did her would-be documentary 13, and a lot of y'all, your hearts went pitter-pat. Oh, she's saying something about the 13th Amendment, meaning the institutionalization of public sector slavery. Well, she wasn't doing anything new, and she's revealed where she's
Yes, yes, King Wage. That's yeah,
has to be
exactly.
in order to promote itself and give itself a new lease on life. In order to get over on black people, you got to be sophisticated now. The old D.W. Griffith birth of a nation stuff, that's simply too on the nose. Too many black people have already exposed white supremacy's old strategies and stratagems. So white supremacy believes in adapting and evolving to a landscape where the competition, that's you and me, are exposing their methods and educating people about them. They know that just coming out and saying black people need to push the LGBTQRSTUV agenda, that's not going to work. What's going to work is, well, you got to give a little bit of lip service to what you hear the hardcore black people say. And this is not new. How do you think so many infiltrators managed to weasel their way into the Black Power movement in the 60s and 70s? They've known this for a long time. You need to be careful when you see somebody who comes out one moment talking as if they'll say a few things that marginally sound like us, and then next thing you know, the very next breath, they segue into a completely anti-black